Hello and welcome. It is the 18th day of April 2018. That's irrelevant for this video. However, I'd like to welcome you to the Money Charts channel. And this is going to be a very interesting experiment to see how much I can turn a microscopic amount of uh, dollars in this example to its key date, which would take less than 1 year. As the movements that were in place are not in place now. Could they come back? I think they could. Not going to say they will, but when they happen, oh my goodness, the situations and the strength and the possibilities of gains putting two coins together. I have not done this example yet, but I've taken a brief look at the numbers. In fact, I've had to for a situation, and wow, when one coin goes, the other one goes later after that, it just gets so sick. And when you have sick moves on both sides, what we have here is a code. I'm going to run a program and push the run button. And then let's resize this. And what we're going to do is we're going to trade two coins together using data going back from early April 2017. And this would be going back to, it's going to fix this a bit more, or this would be going until the January 14th event of this year when the markets on Cryptopia had the security breach. So from early April 2017 to January 13th, 2019. And it was January of 09, of 2018 rather, when the big thing happened. I got the exact day number on here. We're going to just move this up a bit more. And what we have here, it says DGB Holdings 100, XBY Holdings 5800. It wasn't DGB. I stick a whole bunch of them. NXT is what it is, but because I got DGB written here, for the sense of EI purposes, I put DGB in this spot, and I'll probably even say it along the game. But it is one NXT. The ratio of 57.89. What I'm going to be doing is sell much less than required value at key levels at 30% moves up and down. The differential of a 30% up move is about a 23% down move, so I got 0.77, multiply this number, and 1.3 multiply that number. And as far as what I'm looking for here is, well, first of all, having 100 of the, what we'll say is DGB, but actually is the other one, and then 5,800 of the XBY. The value of them would be worth at that point to buy 0.00223 Bitcoin. That's what it would cost. So $2.75 US dollar on hand. I'm going to be looking at day number 264. What I'll do is I'll calculate how many XBY I hold, and I'll multiply it by 5842 Satoshi. And I'll take how many NXT I own, and I'll multiply it by 4,048. And then I'll take that number and I'll multiply it by 15,000. That's what the value will be on 264. It will be the highs. There is no other way. It will be the highs. And it will be high. It will be high. Especially when you use the great trading strategy. And yeah, I know early on where this is going to go, but... And in time, I would play advanced knowing such, because I'm like, where is this going, higher or lower? And the answer is lower. And long term, I'll give you the spoiler. If XBY is at 5842 and the other coin's at 4,048, this ratio goes below 1. But before it gets there, it was quite high. NXT was many units higher. This number will be much higher than 1. Just days before then. That's how crazy this game is. So we'll get there. We'll get there. We'll have some fun. But we'll be playing realistic the whole way through. And what we're going to do, I'm going to do a trade, and we'll go through each one individually. So we'll go to the price. Either a low point of 44 and 50. I'll go just a little bit. I'll change it higher and lower as need be. And on day number 2, the following day, it goes down to 35.07. Now I got div 0 here because I'm going to use the actual real price on this. I think I've sorted it to 2 decimals already. I haven't tested it yet, but it should work. So we're going to be selling XBY on the way down, but I don't want to sell much to start. And one, because I would have an advanced knowledge at this point that XBY would be going higher. It was 21 Satoshi at the start, and I mean, it should go 5 times higher. So one would say don't even sell until just put a whole larger one at 3,000 or something. But if I'm playing a 30% move, I could easily work close to 10%. So what I'll do is I'll just write what the numbers are in here and just put enough decimals in need be. Okay, well, that's an easy fix. $35.34, and this number is a little higher than the 3507 because I've calculated a little bit of rake. So let me just copy and paste that there and do the same thing here. Like I said, I didn't test it. All right then, so now I'm going to put the previous number in here, 35.34, as the last trade. Go to the next price, and we will say do that at and for a big trade, because that's what I'm going to do once there's even larger moves, I'm going to put them in a bolder or a collar, probably a bold. And that would be, like I said, I would be thinking, and I would realize whatever XBY got to 100 was what the real number was. But considering it's about a 5x move from the starting point of 58, I would probably have to say about 10. Breaking below 10 is where I'd want to start to go aggressive. All right, so then let's put in the lowest price of 27.2, the highest price of 46, and it goes to 25.49. So let's make another sale. Let's do 550 at this time. And we would pick up 21.415. So there's the ratio again, a little bit higher than what the order was, but when you're paying rake fees 2 times, you're paying transfer fees to get them off exchanges, and there can be pretty much nothing those, but an XBY was basically nothing back then. It was oftentimes 0.01. It was so cheap. Anyway, let's put in the 25.49 in here and go to the next price. It's either 19.6 or 33.2, and it's 34.77. So now we're going to sell. Now here we had 21 DGB for 550. 10% of this would be 13. Let's just even do about 18 with 19 even. 18 we get a 621. So I'll put 18 here, 621.166. 34.51 is this ratio. 34.77 was the real one. And there we have a completed trade. One right there. A buy at 25.68 to sell at 34.51. Next trade. Well, let's see here. We're looking at the price to go down to 26.5. Now this was a 35.34, which is a little lower than this. So I'm just going to put in the 35.34 number to get what the high is, and well, that was the 46 number. I don't want to do any underselling, and this goes to 14.3, so that's a nice move. But it's still not at that 10 move. So the next move after this is probably going to be the aggressive sell. But I'm going to go moderate in here. I'm probably going to just go 525 or 550. Do the 550 again. Or no, 600. because I had 621 from here, so I'm technically up 21. So how many would I get for 600? So what would happen is I would take 600 XBY, say, for my hardware wallet, or they'd be already up for sale at a place already. Maybe there's 600 ready to go, and your other remaining from the 5271 are in the wallet. That's fine as well. In fact, that can be recommended many times, especially when the prices move fast, or if you have long times in your waits for the confirmations. Definitely so there. So you want to have those ones ready. But throwing that part aside, that's just good information to know. So that's why I like saying it. 41.643. I don't even go for that. 14.41. So 11 cents more paying. Or we'll just use that cent number. And there we have it. So at 14.41, what we'll do is we'll go to the next price. We'll do 11 even. And we'll do 18.8 high. So it goes to 1063. Now technically that's not below 10. So the next order below that, and I'll probably go like 9.5, and then do it there. So my next buy order number will be smaller, but we will be looking to sell 500, I would think, here to start. Just another small amount. And pick up 46.684. 10.71 cost. And there's a 951. So I'll just do a big order now. So I own 4,171. So at this stage here, I'm probably going to want to liquidate. I mean, I could do half, but I still want to short sell a large amount. So I'm going to think about 14.25. I think that's a good, nice, round, large number. Getting 148.718. And I'm going to take this and I'm going to bold it. I think I should know how to do it. And here we are. This will bold it. And that tells me that that's for a large trade. I don't want to sell that until it gets over 20. Okay. And the next one, I'm not going to do it until it goes to like 3. So we'll wait till that for the next one. So for now, I'm going to put 1071 in. And really, yeah, 1071. I want to go significantly lower than 824. But not by much, though. Just for a short-term trade, let's go 8 and 14 to sell. So it goes to 707. So how many do I want to sell here? I got 300 maybe? Because 300 should do more than the 40. I want to get more than 46.6. That's the main thing that I'm looking for. So I don't want to sell that little. So we'll do 350. I want to make sure that that number keeps going higher with each short-term sale. Okay. So we're on day 26 now. What a busy month, as the market has obviously went in straight up in one direction. Let's enter 7112 here. Lowest price is 540 will go, and highest price is 9.3. And it goes to 1057. So we're going to complete this transaction here. 49 DGB for 350 of these. And let's do 10%. That's not a bad gain. We get 9 of the other coin, the smaller coin, and we get over almost 70 profit on the XBY. Okay, so then let's go to the next trade price. We'll slip in 1049 in here, and the last trade we're trying to sell up top was 1071. So we're going to go. I'm not going to write that in again, but I want to go at least a quarter higher than that number now. So the lowest price is 807. The highest price, we'll just go 14, and it goes to 732. So it's another sell on XBY. And how much are we looking to sell? Well, we're just going to really complete more on this. So what I usually do here is just higher than this and lower than this. So 370, uh, do 365. Even that's even a pretty high. It's a little 15%, but 15% is so handleable when you're doing 30% moves. So, and we technically get about the same, but marginally more as last time. And now we'll put 738 in here. Not making a big trade, and that goes to around 3 or over 20. And lowest price 5.6, highest price 9.6, goes to 558. So it was 365 in here. What would 320 do? Do we still get over We should easily get over 50. Yeah, I don't even want to do that. How about 300 even? That will work. Because your XBY are worth more, at least in the combination sense. And of course, we're getting more of those in it each time. Okay, so last trade was 562. So, and then every day is pretty much just looking at the prices. If you see 1, 2, 3, 4% moves, don't move on. Nothing to do. But you see the big moves, you take a look at the ratios, just divide one price by the other. It can be the dollar price, the Bitcoin price. It doesn't matter what base currency you're looking, as long as they're the same. Okay, 352, so close to the 3, so that we'll do this sort of the same thing we did at the 1071. So we'll sell some more XBY. Last time it was 300. What would, say, 240 do? Do we get 55 at least? Oh, way too many. How about 200? Let's go 215. Because I was looking more. Maybe I should have just went to buy DGB for 58. That's why I liked having all these options, and I'm not even using the options that I created for myself. Pretty interesting. Okay, 355 is the buy there. And there's a 242, so this will be aggressive. And we're on day 42. Alright, how many would I sell? We have 1900. Half is close to 1,000. I'm thinking close to 7 to 8. I would get us 317. That's a pretty damn good score. $244 is my cost. Okay, so look to get rid of that on the upside. 5.5 to 6, even 7, 8. I gotta really want to go 7 because I'm gonna complete this at 958. That's not gonna be a fun journey when the differential here is 244 to 958. As far as where I'm gonna go next, I have to say about 3/4 of 1 or 0.75. So at 210, I'm gonna put another short-term order in to complete from because you go this one's the 738, the 562, the 355, and this will be the 212. So let's sell some more XBY. Last time it was, you know what? Let's do what I was saying, my other option. Let's actually buy DGB, and let's buy, how many would 75 cost? Well, there we have it. We'll do that. 75 for 158.68. That'll work. And it's 212 because I figured it would be like close to 1%. It's actually about 0.8 ish. I can't remember the number, but it's in that range. It's higher than 0.5. It's less than 1. Okay, so then let's go on to the next move. So 212 is the last trade here. I mean, you're looking at this. It's like it's got to stop going down, right? Well, yeah. Yeah, it does. I just don't know when, but we could set that at 7:38. You could have said that at 10. I will definitely say that at 1 and point 7 and point 2. It doesn't go to point 2, I can guarantee you that. In fact, I've already told you the bottom earlier on. That was already the teaser that I gave you. So you know it's going to go back up soon. Let's go to the next price. It might go to 163. I'm going to go 1.6 even. And then 2.8. And here's a little tricky thing I'm going to do. I'm going to go higher than that. It's been going down way too much. I know the next one after that I'm going to complete is 355. So I'm going to go 3.5 even. That goes to 450. Because when you know, you can go aggressive on your plays. You can go larger than normal when you get a whole bunch of straight trades in one direction in a row. And to say we've had more than a whole bunch in a row, 2 or 3 at least. Okay, so 450. We only had 2 sells. This is our third along the way. So how many of the 75 that we bought do we want to sell? What would 60 do? That would bring in 267. Now 60 is not even 10% of the 922. 267 is increasing at close to 27%. And if this thing is just going to go back down, I want to own a whole SHIT bunch of these. So I'm going to take that trade. And I think 4.5 should be on this side. And 267.98 here. That was the price. There we go. So 60 of them for almost 268. And let's take that trade. And that's completed. So now it's going to start a new trade block down here. I'll take normal volatility down, maybe a bit lower, so 344. Let's go 3.25. Now for my up trade, I have the option to do a few things here. Because this is 355. And I have last trade at 447. This tells me here to sell at 580. I could go lower. And I can even go higher just in the simple fact that the volatility is still out of hand. So I'm going to take that 580 number and trade it next there. And that's exactly what I end up taking pretty much. So let's do the sale order. Last time it was 60 for 215. 60 of them again is like less than 10%. That's like nothing. But I've still got this 300 that I'm going to have to work on later on though. So what would 50 of them do? Keeping 10 on one side. That would again do over 20%. And 581. And then it goes up 39.49%. Do I want to complete this 562 trade? Well, what am I looking for in 562? 730? Why not? It's profit. Let the market do. We're on day 53. We're finishing off the second month. And if you can get this in 2 months, I mean, this is extremely wild moves. At extreme levels. It's the second most extreme we're going to see. 2. The teaser date, the date. We're on day 53. Day 64. 264 is when it gets extreme. So it's going to be a 2-part video now for certain. But no, we're not going to stop part 1, obviously, because if you see what time's left, obviously. If not, we're not stopping it yet. Because it's not obvious if you can't see time remaining. Okay, so how many do I want to sell? We got 300 for 53.36. If I do the, like, say 48, and I still want to, I can easily afford, because on 317, if I sell 300, I can easily afford that on a long-term trade, which I can complete as well. And I wanted to complete around this number. And I can complete that one now too if I want, which I'm going to do actually. I'm going to complete this one here. And I could easily afford close to 300. So how much would 280 do? 2,200 coins. That's double up. Even that does better, and that's still gaining on the DGB. So let's do this. 260. Okay. And press 1 to confirm it. Does it go up again? Yeah, so might as well confirm this or finish off this one here. Now, normally, I would do it in the same day. But for purposes of the way I just got the script written, it's just easier just to, you only do one trade per day, at least for how I'm going to document it this way. So let's do the trade of selling DGB in here. We had 53, so let's do, well, 50 would give us 408, and that gives us 10%. So that pretty much, I think, is what we need to do. Okay, so what's the next agenda for trade? Create a new short-term buy block, which would be, of course, the next one below 823. Is 611 good enough? No, because it's got to be lower than that. Actually, yes, it is. So that's what we would do. Why did I think it's... I'm thinking higher volatility. Why am I thinking we're playing a higher volatility? Okay. Anyway, so we're going to do that. As far as the next big buyback, when the last trade was 810, it's got to be below 3. It's got to be around 3. And as far as completing this, I want to complete that between 18 and 20. I've downgraded it. I was over 20 before. I'll go for 17, 18 if I have to, but that's the lowest I'm going to take, is 17 to 18 on that one right now. And then, of course, completing the 738 would normally be the next one, but that didn't happen. And what happens here, if I buy 611, that's an interesting gap. It's pretty close, but this enables me to sell this at a very higher number, which is what I want to do. So what we'll do is we will sell some XBY, just a small amount in the 10% ballpark area. What was the last accumulation? 408. So that's in the 10% number. Let's do 375 of them. And then we'll make a, we'll see what, we'll put this in 611 here. So we'll either go 4.7 or 8. It goes to 4.5. So last time it was 375. Let's just do a little small amount each time. I was going to do 350, but even 340 is going to give me a lot more than 61. Yeah, 75. And yes, next trade. We might be entering the long-term one. What would 453 enter into? 348, not quite, maybe a little bit below that, but we'll still put that for a short-term trade. So we'll do 3.4 or 6. It goes to 9. That's a good move. That's a sweet move. 74.67%. So NXT went way up, or XBY crashed real large. And XBY never did many 50. They didn't do really any 50% daily crashes back then. So that had to have been NXT going up. Maybe XBY might have went down that day. It probably couldn't have went up much though, if not at all. But we're going to be selling, and it's DGB on this one, of course, but it's just for name purposes. And let's calculate the. Well, here, this was the trade, 75 for 340. 75 would be more than 10%, so I don't want to do that many. I mean, this is a big move, 453 to 9. What does 40 do? No, that's not even close to being good. I was thinking it was a 3x move. Why was I thinking that? The $3 number. It's 453. Okay, so let's just do 50. Okay. Okay, there we have it. So we have the 616 that's going to have to be taken care of for the buy or the sell. We can get a good number on that as we stated, but I can go lower than whatever this is going to say on the upside. 6.8 down, and we'll go 11 even. So a 612, that's a sell of XBY. We got 489 last time. We'll go 400. Alrighty, so we'll put the 617 in here. Go to the next number of either 4.7 or we'll go 8 and 8 even 896. So we'll complete this. So of the 64 of the let's do I mean we got so many of them at 648. I think we could go for an XBY snag. And I'm going to complete the first part of the video. So we're on day number 80. Almost 3 months. 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, well this is row 17, subtract 3. That's 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 22 trades in 80 days. That's an average of getting at least less than 4 days. One and under, like 3.8, whatever, 3.9 days. Inventory. The NXT was 100. Now we would own 588. Almost 6 times higher. The XBY, we had 5,800. We own a very high fraction of that number, close to 4,000. This strategy has done a very good job of holding on to as many of these coins as you can when its value has just skyrocketed because the ratio has already went from 58 to 6.88. And it's going to go under 1 in time. That will be in the next part. Thank you for tuning in.